Good morning, happy Saturday. Today we are actually going to make some sourdough pizza. I've never made sourdough pizza before, so this will be the first time that I am making it. I am using a recipe from Sourdough Mom. She is the one that I use pretty much all of my recipes that I've made, like all of my sourdough breads. I've gotten the recipe from her. So, and she's literally never failed me. So we are gonna be doing that today. So I'm about to start making that now, but I just wanted to come and talk to you guys for a second. So I think I might have mentioned this. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this in the past, but like I get so dizzy sometimes, like I will stand up and then immediately like black out. And I think I literally just figured out what it is. So I thought that it could have been like being on a GLP-1, but that is not it. It's being on creatine apparently, because the only thing that's different, and I've just noticed it this past couple of days, is that I started taking my creatine again, and I don't know why it makes me so dizzy. Like as soon as I stand up, it's like, I don't know if it's affecting my blood pressure or what, but like as soon as I stand up, like I am so dizzy. And I don't want to stop taking it because, or it's, I don't know if it's necessarily like being dizzy, but like it's like I stand up and then like I black out. But it's only for like a couple of seconds, or like I see spots or whatever. I don't know why that could be. And I take creatine and glutamine together, so it's one or the other, but I feel like it's the creatine. And I've seen people say that it could be because like it absorbs so much of the water in your body, and then like you have to drink extra water while you're on it. And I feel like I really haven't been doing this good, is drinking as much water lately, especially since we moved into this house, because like I had to get used to like our filtered fridge water, and it tastes different than like the water that I used to drink before. So I'm just having a hard time adjusting, I guess. But anyway, so I'm trying to figure out why it causes me to be so dizzy. But anyway, that was just like a weird thing. I was just thinking about it and I was just like, it has to be that, because like that's the only thing at this point. All right. Let's see if my sourdough starter is ready. Oh, she's big and bubbly. I don't know, she's like completely risen, but so I actually put my sourdough starter in my air fryer because my air fryer has a proof setting, and it's literally the best setting. I'm not gonna lie. Like the proof setting on my air fryer has proofed all of my doughs, all of my breads, pretty much, for the most part, and I love that it's that easy to like make bread. So anyway, so today we have to go to the post office. Nathan wants to go to the post office, and he said that he wants to do like a, sorry, I'm probably making you guys dizzy, but he wants to do like a spa day where we go get like lots of spa stuff, like face masks, stuff like that. So I was like, of course I'm down. I love self-care, so let's do that, of course. I might actually choose today also to lift my eyelashes, and I definitely need to like wax my face again and like dermaplane, so maybe I'll do all of that today. And then we're gonna put up my new floating shelves that I got so I can put my plants on them. Right now I have them facing this way. I had to turn the bench because they're not getting any light from the angle that they were at. And it's definitely like, you know, winter, so we don't have as much natural sunlight, but yeah. I'm hoping that this kind of makes a difference, however, so I am gonna check them all for the water and stuff like that and make sure the water is good in the plants. But it looks like from this angle right now they are getting some natural sunlight, so I'm just gonna hope that this is bright indirect light, enough bright indirect light for that matter. So I think it should be okay, but I'm not positive. So I mean, if anything, and like I have to put these behind the couch or something for them to get bright indirect light, that's a possibility I can do as well. And then I mean, I could even move them right here because I don't know, I thought about putting them in front of this window upstairs because I do have a huge window right there. Or not huge, but it's a pretty decent sized window that they could sit in front of. But yeah, I'm not sure. I did take my couch out of my office actually and put it upstairs in our bedroom so that way I could sit on it to play my PlayStation. Because right now, truthfully, I just don't really spend a ton of time in this office, and I think it's because we moved into this house and like now I have this really nice couch downstairs, or like in the living room, so I'd much rather like sit on it, and it's so much easier now for me to just take my laptop and like move around with it and just like go wherever I want to go with it. So I definitely think like me having a couch in my office, probably not gonna use it as much, and maybe I'll eventually get some other types of furniture in here, but my friend Ro has a different walking pad than me. Hers is a lot smaller and it's so much easier to like move around and stuff, and hers goes right under her desk, and I think I want to get one of those because mine is just a little bit too bulky, and hers even has like a vibration plate on it, which I thought was really, really cool. I think in the future I'm probably gonna be getting rid of my walking pad that I found at the thrift store and getting a new one. But the best thing about this other plant that I got, the ficus, is that I can move it around. So I might actually just lift up the curtains and let it have some direct sunlight that way. They are doing pretty good, so yeah. But I am probably gonna go ahead and make that dough, then I'm gonna go upstairs and get ready, and then I'll catch up with you guys a little bit later. The recipe calls for 125 grams of bubbly active starter, so I've got that in there, and then 300 grams of warm filtered water, but it's a little bit too hot, so I'm just cooling it off for a second before I put it in there. And then you just whisk it together. And then add 500 grams of unbleached flour. Alright, and then it says we need 12 grams of salt. Alright, and then after that, you mix it to form a shaggy dough. And I'm gonna let it rest for an hour, and then do stretch and folds. So this is what we ended up with for our outfit, and then I just fixed my hair. I actually just bought these jeans. They're actually by the Aeropostale brand, but I got these from Sam's Club and they were only like 16 bucks, and they're like really good jeans. So I like these a lot. These are an 8. I do feel like they give me a little bit of a camel toe, but on most days I feel like they don't. So, but yeah. This is the fit. I've had this sweater forever. I got it from Martin's, I think, a long time ago. It's really, really cute. It's definitely a little bit bigger now. More off the shoulder than I think I probably like wanted it to be. For like, it's like super off the shoulder now. So I think it's off the shoulder on both sides, but it's still really cute. And then the sleeves are kind of big now too, but it's adorable. So I'm wearing this, and then yeah, that's what the jeans look like from the back. I think they're adorable. They're actually really flattering too, so yeah, that's the fit. I didn't put any makeup on because I am planning on dermaplaning my face today, and then also yeah, dermaplaning my face and doing some like face masks and stuff like that, so I kind of want to leave it bare. But yeah, this is what we ended up with. So we are gonna go finish doing the stretch and folds, and I will catch back up with you guys whenever we are headed out. Guys, we are, oops, T-Swift's playing in the background, but we are at the post office now. Nathan had to ship some presents for family members that we did not get to see, unfortunately, but we are gonna go to Walmart after this and check out their spa section, or maybe Ulta. Nathan said something about Ulta, but I told him that it would be way too expensive to go get that stuff from Ulta, so we'll probably just check Walmart and see what they have, and then after that we're gonna head back home and like do our spa day. And my pizza dough is rising right now, so it should be done with bulk fermentation in like 3 to 4 hours, and then we will make our sourdough pizzas. I'm gonna do a buffalo chicken one, and then I'm also going to do a pepperoni one. So yeah, but I will catch up with you guys once we get to Walmart. Alright, we are back. I wanted to show you a haul of everything that we got, but also we did find this mirror at the thrift store. It was only 20 bucks. It's massive. I feel like you can't really see, well, yeah, if you take into account like where my doorknob is right there, you can kind of get a sense of how big it is. It's pretty big. So I think I'm gonna put this above that bench for now on this wall. But yeah, we have to figure out a way to hang it though, because we do not actually have, it does not have anything to hang it like with on the back. So we'll have to figure that out, but I think it will be really nice. But let me show you guys a haul of all the spa stuff that we got. So we were thinking of like, you know those like foot peel masks you can get? Well, we were thinking about those, and we did find some that are similar, but I know they talk about those ones from like Amazon are kind of like the best, but we'll see how these work. But these ones that we got like tons of stuff, so it's gonna be a nice little spa day. And I got us some face masks as well. So here is everything that we got. So we got some rough dry skin ultra exfoliating foot masks, and it says it gently peels, softens, and restores rough and dry skin. And this one says bye bye calluses, and it does remove, it says peeling callus removing foot mask. So this one peels away layers of rough skin. I think these are basically pretty similar from what I'm looking at, so should be interesting. And then we got 2 of these vitamin C Avatera masks. These are brightening hydrogen masks, and I think these are gonna be nice. And then we also got, so they also had these like repairing foot masks, and we got some of these as well as some of this like stress relief Epsom salt bath, and then also some of the hand therapy ones for Nathan's hands, because he does work in manufacturing and he has pretty rough hands. So, and then we also got some more of these. We have one of those like foot file things that you can use, and then we just buy the refills for it occasionally. And then also they had this cream, so we're gonna see how this works as well. But yeah, that's our haul about all of our self-care stuff that we got. And then of course I got a Diet Coke and Nathan got a Dr. Pepper. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that we got. We did go to the thrift store, and I didn't look for clothes or anything, but I did see that mirror and decided that we would get it. And then whenever I get the mirror that I actually want to go right there, I'll probably move that mirror either into this hallway somewhere or into my office. I could put it like right, I mean like if I do move it into this hallway, it could literally go like right, I don't know, somewhere over there. But yeah, I think either way or in my office somewhere, it would be nice, but it'll look really nice regardless. It is kind of rough around the edges, but we are gonna try to take one of my wood filler pens and see if we can, or not wood filler pens, but like stain pens, to see if we can kind of like touch it up a little bit. But I think it's nice though, so it should be good. But we are gonna check on our pizza dough, and then I will catch up with you guys in a bit when we are rolling out those pizzas. All right, first I had to show you guys the very pretty sunset, but we did get my shelves up, so, oh, it's not focusing. There we go. See the very pretty sunset in the background. But we did get my shelves up, so I just wanted to take a moment to show you guys what they look like. I feel like they look really good. Definitely not the best quality shelves in my opinion. I did stagger them quite like a little bit, so one is sitting up higher than the other one because I wanted the trailing plant to be up higher, because that's gonna be, I think it's a philodendron, so it's trailing, and then the one on the right is an Calathea. I don't know exactly what that one is. I can't remember. It's a type of exotic plant, but it is very pretty. So we are gonna have them like that, and I just feel like they just look so nice. Eventually, I might put a mirror in between in the middle or something, but I think they look really good. All right, so our dough has doubled in size, so it is good to split into dough balls now. We're just gonna do 2 big pizzas, so I'm gonna split these into 2 16-inch pizzas, and then I'll bake them separately. But yeah, it should be good. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll these out, or not roll these out, but separate these now. guys, sorry, I was on FaceTime with my mom, but the buffalo chicken one came out really, really good. I just made my own ranch as usual with my Greek yogurt and then the ranch seasoning, and it's really good. Nathan likes it. I like it. I think it's bomb, honestly. And then the pepperoni and jalapeno one just came out of the oven and it looks so good. It looks like it's burnt, but it's not. It's just the edges from the cheese and the sauce, but the actual bottom is not burnt at all. This is like a really good sourdough pizza dough recipe, I feel like, because the crust is actually like not too thin. It's like the perfect thickness in my opinion for a pizza. And yeah, I think it's pretty good. What do you think?
Good.
Yeah, he liked it too. But we're gonna go ahead and cut this, and then we're gonna go ahead and eat, and I'll catch up with you guys a little bit later. Good morning. It is Sunday, and we have to do our meal prep today. So last night we pretty much just finished up with what we were doing and cleaned the kitchen, and then we did our little spa day. So we did some feet mask and some face mask and just kind of hung out. But yeah, so today we have to do the meal prep. We're having, I think, the Hawaiian chicken that I've made a bunch of times, so we're gonna have that for meal prep today. And then I might like lift my eyelashes today. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have time or not, but if I do have time, I want to lift my eyelashes, and we're gonna go get some stuff to hang up that mirror that we just bought. So because it does not have any like spaces on the back of it to hang it, unfortunately, so we need to like install like a bracket, and then I want to put it on that wall above where the plants are. So hopefully we can get that put up today, and then that would be nice. That's pretty much what's on the agenda today, and yeah, so I am just gonna make me some coffee really quick, and then I'll catch up with you guys a little bit later. All right guys, we put up the new mirror, and this is pretty much the vision that I had for it for the most part, was just putting it up like right here, so that way you can see your appearance before you leave the house. I would have liked it to have been a little bit lower because you can't see my shoes, which sucks, but overall, I think it's really cute. Maybe eventually we'll move it down some, but I think we'll probably not end up moving it down just because it was a hassle to get it up there. But yeah, I think it's really cute, and it looks really nice with my bench with my plants on it right here as well. So definitely the vision I was going for, and I think it's super, super cute. You can like almost see my shoes. If you like tilt it that way, you can kind of see my feet, but it's very cute. I love it. Alright guys, so I'm doing the meal prep now, and the marinade for this Hawaiian chicken is literally just soy sauce, ketchup, chicken broth, garlic, ginger, and then a cup of brown sugar. And I'll link this recipe again, but we actually really like this recipe. It doesn't call for putting it in the crock pot, but I feel like unless you're grilling it, the only way to really get the flavor is to cook it in the crock pot. So that's how we like to do it, and then we just kind of cook rice to go along with it, and then that's pretty much what we have. But that's what I'm about to do now, is just, so I'm about to put the marinade in there, and then I'm just gonna cook this on high for about 5 hours, and it should be done. You really just can't beat this view, guys. Like, from our actual inside of our house, I feel like the freaking view of the sunsets is literally like, I know it's like partially the reason I bought the freaking house. It's so gorgeous, and you can see this from all of my windows inside. So every time the sun sets, I am like obsessed all over again because of how pretty it is. I'm obsessed. It's literally so freaking pretty. I don't know if this camera ever does it justice as much as my actual phone camera does, but gosh, I love it here. I don't know if I talked about this, but I did get this tablecloth from Amazon. It is honestly so gorgeous. It matches the walls. Definitely trying to keep the theme going and all that stuff as far as like the type of theme that I have for my house, which is just like a lot of like neutrals and browns, and like this is like a red, I don't know, I would consider this color more of like a red brick type color, but it's not really red. Like it matches the walls, the couch, everything matches for the most part. But I just love the way that my table setting came out. I do not have enough chairs, obviously, so it's just like showing I have 8 placemats, but not 8 chairs. We eventually want to get some captain's chairs to go on the ends, and then just put those chairs in the middle, because this is a table that seats up to 8. So yeah, and we're probably just gonna leave it extended like this for a long time, because I think there's kind of like no point in me putting it up for the most part. I'm having an issue with this dang tablecloth though staying straight. I definitely have a lot of wrinkles on it from whenever I first bought it, but it's really, really pretty though. I do think it's gorgeous and goes with the space. And then of course, I don't know if I ever talked about this, don't look at my candles if they're crooked, but these are the candles that I got. I did get them put on there, and I feel like they just add such a nice touch to my table, honestly. I feel like I need more table decor though, because like that's the only thing on there, and like unless I space them out even further, then I feel like it's kind of the only thing on there, and they're sort of not in the middle, if that makes sense. I probably should move them down. I had them spaced out directly like two squares each between, but maybe I should do more than that. I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, that, and then of course the plants in the background giving, I wish I'd showed you guys earlier when the sun was up because it looked so nice. But anyway, my plants, of course, that one's eventually going to trail down. I cannot wait for that. And then that one is like really pretty foliage all the time. She's a little dramatic though, so I think after she's done being shocked that I took her out of her pot that she was in and repotted her, she should be happy. But yeah, I'm loving everything. I just love it all. It just looks so good. So yes, I just wanted to show you guys my table setup. But also, I did want to talk about something because I feel like I have not really ever addressed this. And a lot of you may be wondering. So if not all of my meal preps, majority of my meal preps have very little vegetables in them. And you guys are probably like, dang, do you ever eat vegetables? I promise you I do. It's just certain vegetables freeze better than other vegetables. And like when you're reheating them, so that's one reason. But another reason is, I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but I am super sensitive to certain vegetables. So like bell peppers, heavy bell peppers, like I cannot eat. They make me so freaking bloated. Like it's almost insane the amount of bloat that I get from eating bell peppers. So I have basically just stopped cooking with them unless they're in a soup and they're cooked down significantly. The only time I really cook with them is if they go in a chili or something like that. So you're never really gonna see me cook those just because of that. And then like broccoli, I love frozen broccoli. It actually reheats, or I would say not reheats, but like it's frozen at like peak freshness, right? So whenever you put it in meal prep, you leave it frozen, and then when you reheat it, it's perfect. So that is the majority of like the vegetables that we consume like in our meal preps. However, I will say like lately, like as far as our like weekend meals and stuff goes, we have not really like eaten that many vegetables in our weekend meals either. I've been slacking on that a little bit. And another reason for that is like, if stuff's not really like in season, I don't love to buy it because I feel like it just doesn't taste as good as it does when it's in season. But over the summer, I really love squash, zucchini, like all that stuff. And I would love to start buying more of it. But like for now, I think because it's in the dead of winter, you know, like sometimes we get fresh vegetables, sometimes we don't. But for the most part, if it's gonna be in a meal prep, I know that I can only choose vegetables that reheat well. And in my opinion, squash and zucchini get really mushy after a couple of days, and that's just not my vibe. You know, like if I'm gonna be eating it every single day, I don't want it to be mushy on like the third or fourth day. And then also like sometimes they don't freeze well, and when you heat them back up, they're like mushy. So and maybe that just has to do with like how they're cooked. So maybe like I should cook them until they're like less cooked to them, like when they still have like quite a bit to go. So I guess they kind of like finish steaming in the microwave. I'm not really sure, but I have thought though about, because I like the way that like frozen broccoli reheats whenever you're cooking it in a meal prep, like cause it's like perfect, it steams it perfectly. So I've thought about getting like other vegetables that are bagged and frozen. I just don't love that idea because I love fresh vegetables, but I know that like technically frozen broccoli is not really a fresh vegetable either. But that is something that I do kind of want to work on this year, is just kind of incorporating a little bit more vegetables into our stuff, especially for weekends. Like on the weekends, I really have no excuse for us to not have veggies to go with our meals. So that's definitely something that I'm gonna work on. But yeah, I just thought I would like bring that up because I feel like if you watch any of like my monthly like meal prep videos or vlogs where we're meal prepping, it's always literally like rice and that's pretty much it. And the reason for that is rice is just really easy to cook, and it honestly freezes and reheats so freaking well. And whenever you freeze it and then reheat it, the carb amount of it goes down because, like, I think I heard something along the lines of, if you look it up, like starch resistance or something like that, as far as, or freezing starchy carbs and then reheating them apparently takes some of the glycemic index down, so like it doesn't spike your blood sugar as much as it would if it was like freshly cooked and starchy. It's a really weird concept, but when I first found that out, I was like, you know, that makes so much sense, because like people say like, oh, you don't want to eat so much white rice, or like this or that, or like you're never gonna lose weight doing this or that, but I had literally never had any issues with like white rice, and I have insulin resistance, so I would know. I mean, I don't know if I still have it, but I definitely did have it when I was like first losing weight. So yeah, I don't know that that makes a huge difference. I don't know if you can really tell the difference like when you're tasting it. To me, I don't feel like you can taste the difference, but if you like were to get a glucose monitor and monitor your glucose between each, when you try it when it's freshly cooked and then when you try it when it's like reheated from frozen, then maybe you would see a difference. I feel like you would anyway. But anyway, I just wanted to touch on that subject. But anyway, I think I will probably close out the vlog after I finish the meal prep. So I'll do my usual where I show you guys when I'm like putting it in containers and stuff like that. But then I'll probably close this video out. But yeah, I will catch up with you guys after the meal prep. Alright guys, meal prep is done. I'm about to put the lids on and put it up, but this is one of our favorite meal preps, I would say. It's so reminiscent of like real Hawaiian barbecue. Like, it's just so good. It's never misses. Mainly whenever I cook it in the crock pot, I feel like it tastes the best, but if I grilled this on a Blackstone, it would be so good, but I just don't have a Blackstone and I don't really feel like grilling it, so I typically just cook it in the crock pot. And I feel like it just gets the best flavor, and I can add as much juice as I want and like all that good stuff. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and put the lids on now. Alright guys, that was our meal prep. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified every time I post a new video. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!